Today we're going to be drawing Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things, one of the core characters of the series and a great subject for practicing facial structure and expression. We'll start by breaking down the core structure of the head into simple shapes and then slowly adding on the features like the hair and the facial features. I'll guide you through the entire process so it feels easy and approachable even if this is your first time drawing. And for this lesson I'm going to be drawing with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now if you don't have a mechanical pencil, anything around the house will work just fine. Let's start by adding some guidelines to our page. We'll start right at the very top, right in the middle. Just going to lightly sketch a line coming down the center of the page. Just using these short lines, just pulling the pencil down towards us. Let's go back up to the top. Draw another line going across from left to right. Now I'm going to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of the page to define the size of the head. So from the center point, let's move up to right about here. Just going to mark this off. Now I want to measure this distance from the center down towards the bottom. We're going to do the same thing. And I'll repeat that across this horizontal line. So measure the distance from the center over toward the left and then the right side. And then we want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create a circle. So let's start with the top left. Just slowly working our way around. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect, we're just using this as a guide. We just go around and just smooth this out as best we can. That looks pretty good. Now let's go to the side of our circle. We're going to add another guideline coming all the way down towards the bottom. Let's go to the bottom of our circle and add another line going across. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, let's start blocking out the key facial features. The first thing we're going to do is add a gap in between the eyes. So we're going to start right in the center, step over toward the left. Just going to define the width of the nose coming all the way down towards the bottom. Now I want to take that same distance over towards the right and do the same thing. Along the bottom, just going to draw an upside down triangle. From the center going up and out on either side, and then flatten this off. Now let's go back up to the top. We're going to leave a gap from the edge of the nose towards the eyes. We're going to step over, draw another guideline coming down. We're just touching the corners of the nose. From the top center line, step down. Let's add a line going across the center of the eyes. Now, from this point here, on either side, we're going to curve the eyelid. We're going to go up. Let's go up to that center line. I'm just going to bend that down towards the side, just on the inside of the circle. Let's do the same thing on the right. Going up, round this out, and then come down. Let's draw the bottom of the eye. From the outside, just going to curve this down and then up. Again, this is just the basic shape of the facial features. Now, in the center of each eye, we're going to draw a circle for the pupil, but we're going to tuck this up underneath the eyelid. So go up to the top. We're going to leave a little bit of white space underneath. We can always come back and readjust the size and placement later. Now, we're going to go back to these 2 points along the side of the nose, angle the eyebrow, going up and then out, just above the eyes. From here, it's going to curve this up, add some thickness to the eyebrow, and then come down towards the side of our circle. Let's go back to the tip of the nose. We're going to step down, just going to locate the center of the mouth right about here, draw a straight line going all the way across. And then we want to define the width of the mouth. So we're going to start by lining up the inside edge of the iris, come all the way down on both sides. So this will be the width of the mouth. And again, we can always come back and readjust later. Let's add the upper lip. Stepping up in the center, draw a short line going across, and it goes down and out toward the left, towards the corner of the mouth. Now I'm just going to curve this down and then up along the lower lip. From the bottom of the lip, step down to right about here, locate the chin, by drawing a straight line going all the way across. Now I want to add a little bit of shape to the jawline. So let's start from the side of our circle. I'm just going to angle this down and then in towards the mouth line, towards the jaw. And here I'm just going to curve this down and then in towards the chin. So we've got a little bit of a gap across the chin. Now let's go back up to that center line. On the left side, we're just going to block out the ear, going out and then in. But this is going to get covered up by the hair mostly, so we just want to add the volume of the ears. Just up above the eyebrows, step up, draw a straight line going across. This is for the hairline. And now from the jaw, we're going to step in, draw 2 straight lines coming down the side of the neck. Let's go back up to this point on either side, angle the shoulders coming down and then out. Now let's go back up to the top and add some volume to the hair. We're going to start from the side of the head, move over toward the left side. I'm just going to add a curve, almost like a half circle, going up all the way down towards the right side. Now the hair is going to get pushed out along the side, along the bottom. So I'm going to curve this out, bend this back in towards the ear. On the right side, curve this out and then in. Now let's separate the center line. So we're going to step up toward the top of our circle. It's going to brush the hair coming across the forehead and then up. Add another one coming across, up, add one more going all the way across towards the right side. Now with our rough sketch complete, I'm going to go back and lightly clean up our drawing so we get a better look at our proportions. Now all of our portrait illustrations at this stage will look like a crude representation of our subject. But don't worry, we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us layer on some more details and refine the shapes. Now I'd like to start with the eyes. Let's start with the upper eyelid. We're also modifying the shape and the composition as well. So if we need to modify the size or the location, we can do that right now. I'm just going to stick to my original sketch. I'm just going to darken up the lower eyelid coming in. Also adding a little bit of a tear duct along the inside. Just a little bit of a point and a dip. Let's go over towards the right side and do the same thing. So we're just going to balance this out. And it doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical because portraits aren't actually perfectly symmetrical. Let's add that double eyelid across the top. Just reduce the size of the iris and pupil a little bit. Now on the top left side, we're going to draw a small rounded square for highlight. And I'm going to just lightly shade the inside of the iris and pupil, going around that highlight. Just going to add a little bit of a fold inside the eye, coming down towards the bottom. I'm just going to add a little bit more shape and then detail to the eyebrows. Some of the eyebrow coming in. Just going to lightly shade the inside of the eyebrows. It's always a good idea to take a step back once in a while to take a look at your overall composition. Now if everything looks okay, we can dive back in. A little more detail underneath the eyes. Now let's go to the nose bridge. So pull this in. Now I'm just going to straighten out the nose. I'm just going to pull this over towards the right. So we're going to line this up in the center. Let's round up the tip of the nose. And then flare this out towards the nostrils. Let's wrap the nostrils around the side. And then go back and just lightly clean up those lines inside. And we'll work our way across the mouth. Now we're going to go outside and just add a little bit of curvature to the cheekbones. Just bumping this out and then in towards the side. So there the jawline underneath and also rounding out the jawline. So taking out that sharp point and curving in towards the chin. I'm just going to separate the hair a little bit more across the hairband. Adding a little more detail, just brushing this across. Now we're going to take this large area, and again, just separating this a little bit further, adding some more strands coming down, and then we're just going to work our way across. Brush the hair on top of the ears, so we only see a little bit of the earlobes just coming in. And then we're going to add some more volume to the hair. Push the hair coming out. I'm going to go a little bit higher along the top. I'm just going to part the hair right here. A couple extra strands coming down. Add some more hair curls along the side of the head, coming in towards the neck. Just finish off the collar, coming in towards the middle, and then the shoulders. Now we go back and do one final cleanup before we add some more details and shading. Now we're going to go back to the eyes and start adding some more contrast. If you're worried about smudging your drawing underneath your hand, you use a separate piece of paper underneath. Bring some of the lashes coming down on the side. I'm going to darken up the iris and pupil. I'm just going to gradually fade that down towards the bottom to create a bit of a glare effect. And with the eyebrows, I'm just going to brush the eyebrows going up and then out, just adding a little bit of texture, starting on the base, and then going out towards the left. And we'll do the same thing on the right, starting from the bottom on the inside, and then brushing this out. Now right here, I just want to bring the chin down a little bit lower, just to give a little bit more space underneath the lip. Just going to sketch around that rough sketch that we have, and then just blend that across. And I'm also going to switch to my thicker pencil. This is my 0.9mm, just to add some more contrast to the hair. This will help us speed up the process, just adding those thick lines, just separating the textures. And keep this quite rough. Adding some texture across the side. Now I'm going to switch over to the side edge of my 2mm pencil and add some soft shadows. So we start along the top of the eyelid. It's going to push this underneath the eyebrow. It's going to also add those dark circles underneath the eyes. Just a very subtle shade. So pulling that shadow from the nose, coming down towards the mouth. Just in the center. Just going to darken up the upper lip and then the lower lip. And the head's going to cast a shadow across the neck, so we're just going to darken up the top underneath the chin and then fade that down. I'm just going to darken up the hair across the back. Just going to roughen this up and just fade that up towards the top. I'm going to soften up that texture of the hair bangs coming across the head. So we start from the tips and then just fade that up. Also working away from that part coming down. Just adding a little bit more texture inside the hair. And then casting a shadow from the hair on top of the forehead. Now we're going to go back with our finer pencil. This is my 0.7mm. Just add some fine details inside the hair. So just a little bit more texture. I'm also going to add some more texture inside the lips. And as you get closer to the end of our drawing, I'm just going to tighten up our shadows and details, and always be sure to sign our artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please be sure to subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.